Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FMB channel. I am Sapien FM. We are talking today about the 4-2-3-1 Pro Ball tactic. This is a 4-2-3-1, positive mentality tactic, and we'll see how it works in just a minute. Again, this is Man City, this is Leeds, this is Bournemouth. I'm doing the same type of thing. It is not a very unstandard tactic. You basically have a sweeper keeper in the back, two fullbacks, both on attacking. You have two defended ball playing defenders, both on defend. You have a deep lying player on support, a Mazzala on support, two inside forwards on support, both on the right and the left. You have an attacking midfielder in attack in the central position, and you have an advanced forward in attack in the striker role. It is a positive mentality, so it's not attacking as we've seen in a lot of the tactic talks that I've done in the past, but only positive, so it's down a notch. In possession, fairly wide attacking width, pass into space, overlap on the left and right, and play out of defense. Slightly shorter passing directness. Tempo is slightly higher. Time wasting, as we always know, is never. Low crosses, work the ball into the box, run at defense, and be more expressive. If we look in transition, counter press, counter, it's fairly standard. Distribute to fullbacks and center backs right there and take short kicks. And if we look out of possession, a high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, trigger press much more often like we've always seen, prevent short goalkeeper distribution as we've always seen, get stuck in, and stop the crosses. So that is the tactic. But now, how has it worked in the Premier League? As you can see, Man City in second yet again. This seems to be a growing trend of every time I'm playing as Man City, Liverpool get the title, but only by 3 points here. So Man City with 25, 11, and 2 losses to Chelsea and their crosstown rivals Man United. Leeds definitely bumping up in their spot to 7th with 16, 10, and 12 with 58 points. And then Bournemouth not getting anywhere near relegation, 47 points, 10 points off the relegation zone. What is it? 13, 8, and 17. So overall, it has worked for at least Leeds and Bournemouth. And if you were taking control as yourself, you probably could get those 3 points somewhere down the line against Liverpool. Just saying. But how do they stack up schedule-wise? Well, we could see a Community Shield Cup right there. So 2-0 win over Liverpool. Following that up in the first Premier League match of the season, a 7-2 thrashing of Tottenham. Absolutely insane. Kicking the crap out of Bournemouth at home, 6-0. Another set of just a sea of green. Leeds United 5-3. They actually let 3 in, though, away from home. And then Leeds at home 4-2 in the FA Cup fourth round, sorry. And then Leeds again at home, 1-1 draw. And then finally finishing out the season, we have Bournemouth 4-1 win away from home. As you can see, they did lose out in the Champions League. They did lose out in the FA Cup against Brighton, of all teams. So it doesn't look like they are trophy laden except for this Community Shield, but we'll take a look at that in just a minute. If we look at Leeds now, schedule-wise, scattered. It is scattered. So a couple wins, a couple losses, a couple draws. Nothing too earth-shattering. You have this nice see from March 11th, Liverpool all the way down through that Aston Villa game on April 29th, and then it's back to 2 losses with 2 wins in the end. So Bournemouth 3-0 win at home. Man City 3-5 loss. We saw that at home. Man City lost again 2-4 away from home. Bournemouth 4-all draw. 8 goals in that match away from home. That is crazy. But now let's finish it up with Bournemouth. Their schedule-wise, not too bad. They have quite a run here from that 6-0 drubbing of Southampton on September 3rd all the way down to, well, I guess friendlies, but still, December 13th. They did very well. Now, Leeds United 0-3 away from home. Man City 0-6. There's your 0-6 away from home. And as we scroll down, wow, they did not finish the second half very well at all. Leeds United, there's that 4-all at home. And then Man City 1-4 loss at home all the way at the tail end of the season. Bournemouth has had quite a bad second half of the season. Just a smattering of greens throughout that sea of red and yellow. Not very well done at all. Competitions wise, if we stick with Bournemouth, knocked out in the semis by West Ham, knocked out in the fourth round by Brighton and Hove. If we looked at Leeds competitions, knocked out in the fourth round by Man City, knocked out in the second round by Everton. And then, as we all know, if we go to competitions in Man City, knocked out in the semifinals by Real Madrid, knocked out in the semis by Brighton and Hove Albion in the FA Cup, winners of the Carabao Cup. There we go. Who did they beat? They beat Arsenal 5-3 in extra time. That is quite a high-scoring game. And they beat Liverpool 2-0 in the FA Community Shield. 2 trophies. Granted, the Community Shield is basically a friendly cup, but they still have another trophy to add to the cabinet, even if it is not as much as they wanted. Semis, and then second by 3 points. You probably could bump that up to another 5 if you have an idea of what you're playing, and trying some things out throughout each match. Switch things up here and there like I always do. I think you could definitely get better than the 2 trophies this season they got. But now if we look at the Premier League stats, overall 102 goals, so definitely not near the top of what I've seen before. Leeds with 73, so doing well with Leeds. Bournemouth at 65 in the top 6. Not too bad at all. Man City with fewer shots against, 329 to Liverpool's 318. Most possession is Man City with 52%. Most dribbles, Bournemouth at 772 and Man City at 760. Fewest conceded, Man City up there with 33. Only one more than Liverpool. Most shutouts, Man City at 16. No one else. Most tackles won, Bournemouth at 8-11 and Leeds. You would expect Bournemouth and Leeds to kind of lead the more defensive categories than Man City. Simply because they're going to get more shots on target, or more shots on target and more shots in general against them. That's my mind at least. Best pass completion, nobody at all. Most shots for Man City, 837 to Liverpool, 774. Leeds with 588 and Bournemouth with 560. So most shots definitely up there for the 3 teams. Man City at 2.26 points per game and Leeds up there with 1.53. If we take a look at the actual stats, wow, look at that. Goals for Holland, 38. Solanke with 29, Bamford in Leeds with 26. So the 3 teams right there. Holland at 783. I mean, I can't even say anything else about Holland right now. Ryan Christie with 14 assists, tied with Robertson and Odegaard in their first spot. So not too bad there. And then player of the match, Holland, there you go. Yellow cards, 17 for Diaz, Smith, 16 for Christensen. That's a yellow card heavy set right there. So that's your tactic. So as always, I do have these saves if you want to see anything else in them, any of the other stats that I haven't covered. I just kind of want to do a quick overview of these tactics, how it worked while simming the entire season, having no transfers for these 3 teams throughout the entire season. But let me know if you want to see anything else, any other tactics, any other teams, any other stats at all. Just let me know. But that is the 4-2-3-1 Pro Ball tactic. With Man City, Leeds, and Bournemouth. It has done fairly well for all 3 teams. Bournemouth scheduled to be dead last. Leeds scheduled to be dead center at 10th. And every team except Man City has climbed. Not too bad. Man City's still around that top, so you can't say it's a bad tactic at all. So try it out on your own saves and let us know what you think. I am Stefan FM for the Football Manager blog channel. Thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.